Welcome to another episode of Modern Talk. As you all know, we are sitting here with an inspiring character who will build your business career. So today also we have a special guest with us to give you his story and build your journey. So let's welcome MD CEO of 𝗙𝗙𝗟𝗟𝗢𝗪, Mr. Sharm Fernando, attorney of law. Welcome you to our program.
Thank you so much, Rina.
Okay, so we'll start our discussion this way. As we all know that we all have a good journey to become an inspiring character as you are today. So if you talk about your past life, like we know that you have started your journey as in the finance sector and then a lawyer, and now you are in the FMCG background. So let's talk about this. How did you become who you are today? What was your journey?
Actually, I never thought I will get into FMCG or banking and finance, because when I was schooling, I went to a government school, semi-government I must say, and I am from a very humble family. My mother was a teacher, father was a government servant. We had 4 in the family, so we were struggling in life. Like most of the children whom I see today, who have big dreams to go to a university, all these things, out from Sri Lanka. I didn't have that because my parents couldn't afford to do all that, and being the eldest of the family, I had a lot of responsibility. So what I did was I worked really hard during my school days just to complete my O-levels and A-levels with some good colors. Thereafter, actually I started working while doing my A-levels because I wanted to see how the life is. Thereafter, when I got my A-level results, I was selected to the university, but that time due to the country's situation, I decided I should find a job without going to the university. Then one of the leading banks in Sri Lanka basically recruited me at that point as a junior officer. That's how I started my finance career. I was there in the bank for about 12 years. Then I got into finance, that is from bank, finance field where finance companies operate, that is basically not the main banking frame. Below that you can see a lot of finance companies operating. So I got into finance industry as a assistant general manager. From finance industry, while I was in the finance industry, I was in the law college. When I completed my law studies and took oaths, then I decided I will switch 100% into law profession. In between FMCG, there's a long basically legal career where I did a lot of work. So I will discuss all that in detail.
Yeah, so we heard a lot of challenges that you have faced during your journey. We would like to know, because nowadays people, especially the youngsters, are very much urged to get go through these challenges. So when hearing these types of challenging stories, they would be encouraged. So if we more talk about your challenges that you came through your journey, let's talk about this. So challenges always shape the future. Let's talk about what the challenges you had in your journey and how you overcome them.
The biggest challenge was I was not from a very rich family. Like most of the Sri Lankans, I was also from a ordinary middle class family. That itself was a challenge, because like when you see others traveling in vehicles, when they have lot of money, when they can do whatever they want, you get into dreams, but fulfilling those dreams will be really challenging. So I also had a dream of doing a very good job, earning a lot of money, looking after my parents. That's how I started working hard in my first employment. Then I saw if you work hard, if you have a really good basically a mission for your life, you will win the world. So while I was working in the bank, I tried to learn each and every department, every area. Then I realized I should get into law profession, because I was in debating teams during my school days, and also I was a person who wanted to challenge things, wanted to achieve things in a different way. So I sat for law entrance, got into law college. Everything was a challenge because none of my family members had a legal background, no lawyers in my family. So when I told my family also I wanted to be a lawyer, they also said, okay, fine, you try, but we never had a legal background in our family. So everything was a challenge, but if you don't give up, if you believe in yourself, that's more than enough. You don't need money, you don't need your father to be so and so. You don't need to have a push to get into a good position. What you need is the determination, hard work, and the desire to achieve something.
To what kind of extent that you believe that the background, that the background support that you get is important to be such a character?
Well, I will say it's like this. Now, if you have a good family background where your parents have groomed you to be a good citizen with good habits, good characteristics in your character, those things will help. But just because your father and mother are not professionals or not rich, those things will not be hurdles for you to achieve things in life. I have seen, like, there were 2-3 lawyers very junior to me. They didn't have a house, but they had the desire to be a lawyer.
That's what it's important.
They actually sometimes they didn't have all 3 meals, but they worked really hard, did the exams. For the hostel they didn't have money to pay. I saw that, but finally they became lawyers. Now they are doing extremely well. They look after their family. What is most needed is desire to be someone.
Yeah, so we see that sometimes youngsters are finding reasons to give up. So these are the issues that we find why Sri Lanka doesn't have any entrepreneurs or young businessmen. So we have to discuss about this as well. So let's come back into 𝗙𝗙𝗪. Now 𝗙𝗙𝗪 is a name that everybody knows. 𝗙𝗙𝗪 is something that by now everybody has at least have one zip. So how did 𝗙𝗙𝗪 become how do you think that 𝗙𝗙𝗪 achieved this name, the brand in the industry?
𝗙𝗙𝗪 is a very old company, I must say. It's about 22 to 23 years old. I actually joined 𝗙𝗙𝗪 in 2019 because 𝗙𝗙𝗟 chairman came to me for legal advice, because I have my legal firm Sharm Fernando Associates. I practice internationally.
Yes.
So the owner of 𝗙𝗙𝗪 is a foreign gentleman who has invested in Sri Lanka heavily for our country. So one time he had an issue and he came to me for legal advice. Then I gave him a good solution for his issue. After that he was really happy. Then he invited me to come and basically manage 𝗙𝗙𝗪. So at that time I didn't have any experience in FMCG because I was from law, banking and finance, but still again it was a challenge. I happily took over that challenge, then analyzed what is the situation of 𝗙𝗙𝗪. At that time 𝗙𝗙𝗪 was not doing that great. We had to do lot of things in the company. So since 2019 to date, about 6-7 years, we changed the entire structure, entire company, product portfolio, the way we approach the market, and we have become the company that we really wanted to be today, and we move forward to give more value to our customers.
Okay, further if we talk about the current situation, which is which that the young entrepreneurs has to build their careers, how do you see that the maybe the government sector or the private sector is supporting the young entrepreneurs to develop? Do you see that they get a support from them, or you see that this have to be improved more to build young entrepreneurs in Sri Lanka?
Actually, now the day we start our life, like the day we were born, and up to our A levels, even beyond that, up to the university level, in this country, government is helping us, right? Either way of a subsidy or by way of a grant, free education, free health, so many things, we are getting from the government. We can't expect beyond that. I think it's really unfair. So it's our duty to take it up from that point and to learn something or to start a small enterprise. Maybe government or private sector, different institutions are there to help you, but it doesn't mean they will take you up to a particular level and give you money. It is your baby. So what you need to understand is when you come out from school, if you are going to continue with your university studies, that's a different path. If not, at least you should select your path, or like join a technical institution or start a small business. Slowly you develop it. Overnight you can't do it. What you need to do is you keep pushing. Maybe after 3 years, 5 years, initial 3 years will be extremely difficult to make first 100,000. Thereafter, slowly you will feel that you're catching up.
Yeah.
Until that day, you will have to hold on to the business or whatever you have started without giving up.
Yeah, I think that this is something that we have to talk about. Like the Sri Lankan education system, as you said, they support us to an extent level. It's more than we have to appreciate that. But yet now we have seen that so many youngsters after doing A levels, if they fail their A levels, they give up. After that, they don't know what path that they have to follow. What is the point of advice that you can give to them to succeed their lives?
What is wrong here is the way how we have been groomed up, because now from your childhood, lot of parents, right, they say be a lawyer, be an engineer, doctor, or somebody who's wearing a tie and get into office in a car. Very beautiful picture. But if we can talk to our children and get them to understand their value, where even if they fail O levels, still they can get into a technical area where they will excel.
That is mostly not happening.
Yeah. So that is where you have to change this mindset from grade 5 scholarship. If you don't achieve a particular level, then you get discouraged. Right? You feel, I can't go to a big school. No, wherever you study, as a human being, every person has a value. Why they don't achieve is they don't focus on it. Even parents don't, give them that particular advice. You are a valuable person. You capitalize on this. In other countries, a person who's working in a garage, mechanic, they earn lot of money.
Skills are mostly
Yeah,
important.
dentists, they earn lot of money. Hairdresser, in different fields, there are a lot of opportunities. Why you want to do the same thing others do? Right? Just because others want to be a lawyer, or your neighbor is a doctor, whatever, neighbor's son or daughter has gone to the university and they have achieved a different thing, it doesn't mean that you need to follow. That is where we have gone wrong. Our country can help you to a certain extent, irrespective of the governments who come to power from time to time. Our country is a blessed country. We have a lot of resources. If you go out of the country, you will see how other countries are suffering. This is a land where we are born, and it's a blessed place, treasure. So from this, if you can't develop yourself, if you can't win the world, something wrong in us. So we have to change the mindset. When I see our own Sri Lankans go outside, they work 12 hours, 18 hours, just to get 35,000, 50,000, 75,000. But if we ask in our company, you stay in Sri Lanka, work 16, 17 hours, earn 100,000, they say no. Why? Why you go out and work for somebody for 18 hours and for just peanuts? Work for our country, our companies. That's why we have to change ourselves. Just because government is trying to do something or other forces come and change you and give you a job, nothing will happen. It should start from ourselves. So the training, what I feel is the education system, the approach should be changed. When 10% of children don't achieve the pass mark in O levels, those children should be guided to find a better place in the society by following technical studies or whatever other areas. They should not be discouraged by saying you are a useless person. No. Yeah. That type of resource can be added to the economy in a different way.
So what are the solutions that you can give to change their mindsets? Because we talk that even though they fail their O levels or A levels, they have to be, their mindset has to be developed. So somebody has to support to this. What is your suggestion? That is it the educational system, or is it somebody else's? Is somebody responsible for this to make their mindsets more developed?
I agree. Our education system also should be changed to a certain extent. Now, as example, when we do our A levels in commerce stream or we'll say science or maths, that knowledge we can't directly apply to a employment or any other field. Directly you can't. But the formation that we got will help us to continue from that point onwards. So maybe after O levels, education system, if they can change to a focused area, which will help us to get into the university also, then it will be very helpful for everyone, even for technical studies, every area. Apart from that, I feel in the society, we have to create a value for everyone. That is very, very important. We should not basically corner people whether they are skilled or not, or different ways. First thing I feel, each and every person is valuable. That should be created in the society. Thereafter, we should respect each other, whether you are a technician, whether you are a laborer. We have to respect each other, because irrespective of the fact that you are a doctor or a lawyer or any other person, even a laborer, they all are earning something to fill your stomach, to do the same thing. Out of that money, laborer will feed his family. As a doctor, he will feed his family. So as a lawyer or an entrepreneur, I do the same thing. Difference is we do different jobs to get in there. So we have to respect, irrespective of your position, you have to respect each other. When you respect each other, other people also will get into the laborers' jobs or any other jobs just to earn money. That is what is lacking in the society. To me, I feel we should respect. In other countries, they respect, carpenter, any position. There is a way of recognizing them. Certification. If you are a carpenter, for you to be a carpenter, you have to go through some exams. They test the skill, issue a certificate. Then, as a result, they go to different places to do jobs as a professional. So this has to be created.
So with that, if I ask, What are the barriers that you see the young entrepreneurs today do have? Now, even though we see that some keep their first step in to build their own business, at some level of point they do give up. What are these barriers? Because Molly, we have also seen that even though there are so many workshops or training sessions that have been done for these young entrepreneurs, yet a very little percentage only really develops as themselves as entrepreneurs. They do give up in some sort of point. What are the barriers that you see for them to not becoming a perfect entrepreneur?
Yeah, everyone can't be an entrepreneur, because I see most of the people love to work for somebody and be happy with a monthly salary, fixed monthly salary. Then they know, I go to office, 8 to 5 I work, end of the month I get X amount of money. So for that he has a list of expenditure and he is happy. He doesn't want to do anything beyond, but he will complain when he doesn't have a car. That is a different segment. Another set, they want to take a risk. They want to work hard. Maybe till 12 o'clock they work. No Saturday, Sunday leave. They work round the clock, take risks and invest their little saving also into the business. So to be an entrepreneur, you have to do a lot of sacrifices. First, you need to understand that whether you are prepared to do that. If you are prepared to do that, if you fit into that only, you can be a successful entrepreneur. So those who have started to be an entrepreneur and fail and get into jobs, maybe because their character doesn't suit to that. So I can't say this is the exact thing that they have to do, but first you have to decide whether you are prepared to face challenges, take risks and also work hard. Because in every business, at least first 3 years, you have to go through big challenges.
Yeah, so these types of qualities, so this is something that I really wanted to talk. To be a good entrepreneur, what kind of qualities that you should develop in yourself. Anyway, with this, I hope that we all are hearing a very inspiring story. Okay, with this, if I come again to your journey, what is the most critical decision that you have taken to be yourself today?
Well, in 2019, I was, by that time I was 100% into my legal practice.
Okay.
Then only I was invited to 𝗙𝗙𝗟𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 to be the CEO. Then it was very difficult at that point for me to decide whether I sacrifice my legal career and get into the corporate sector again, because I was in the corporate sector working for banks, finance companies and different other entities. Then after I took course, I decided I will dedicate 100% time with my legal practice. Still, since it was a challenge, I really wanted to try it. That's why I joined 𝗙𝗙𝗟𝗪𝗪 and started the complete new journey with 𝗙𝗙𝗪. But I didn't give up my legal career. My legal firm is functioning. I do a lot of international work. Still, I am not 100% practicing as a lawyer. I do international corporate work. That was the most difficult thing in my career, the decision that I took to switch into FMCG at least 70%, 80% of my life by keeping 20-30% of my legal practice.
Totally different industries or
Yeah,
careers.
exactly. But I enjoy being in every place. It gives us a lot of confidence and a lot of experience.
Interesting. So with this, we have seen that 𝗙𝗙𝗟 sponsors a lot for youth and sports events. So we have seen it's when it comes to cricket or especially basketball, we have seen that 𝗙𝗙𝗟 is always engaged with the sports. What's the reason behind this? Is there any specific reason, or what's the target, or what's the goal of being with youths and sports?
After I took over the management of 𝗙𝗙𝗟, I decided where 𝗙𝗪𝗟 should go with the other directors, because it's a young company, even though we have been there for 22 years. So all the drinks what we have manufactured are for the youth. Then again, 𝗙𝗪𝗟, the journey from 2019 to date, we focused on sports, we focused on different activities, engagements with youth, even with universities. That is because our product is for the youth. So we have to be with the same audience. That's why we started sponsoring Sri Lanka Cricket. We became one of the sponsors of Sri Lanka Cricket for beverage and water for 4 years. Thereafter, we switched into basketball because we saw the potential of basketball game to change the life of the youth. Today we see a lot of children are addicted to phones, video games, and as parents we don't like it. We want our children to be out in the field. So to do that, if we promote sports, physical activities in the country, that will help a lot. So children don't have a place to play because of so many commercial buildings, unlike our days, and due to certain social issues, they can't go out. So when you promote a sport, it helps the youth to change themselves. I can see after 2.5 years of basketball sponsorship, lot of youth engagement. It has increased, lot of tournaments are happening. They are very happy. The way they approach sport is different. From sports they learn how to be in a team, how to face the life when you lose the game, and when you win also, how to balance it. So many things we learn. So that is very, very important. So as a company which is basically from Sri Lanka, as a responsible corporate citizen, we are very happy to sponsor basketball and to move forward with the youth.
I think that's a very good intention. I mean, like it's an intention that has to be appreciated. Okay, with that, if I ask, like as a CEO, now we were talking about working with teams. So as a CEO, what are the steps, what are the paths that you take forward to motivate the team which is working with you?
I will say it like this. Now, if you understand you are valuable to a place, then that will be the biggest thing that an organization can give to an employee, not the salary. Even if you pay 200,000, 300,000 salary, still in that place, if you are not recognized, if you don't feel that I am valuable, then of course there is no satisfaction. Maybe because of your economic reasons you will continue, but real satisfaction is not there. This is what I believe. So in our organization, we try to create value for each and every person, respect each and every person. And also in my senior management team and downwards, I have given authority, delegated authority as the managing director, for them to test their leadership skills, test their decision making power, and to move forward with their skills and the experience and the education they have gained. They make mistakes, but still I correct them, still they move forward. Then they feel I have been given an opportunity to work with my talents. Rather, I create them a particular thing, and if I ask them to work within these limitations, then they will not become creative. They will just become robots where they work according to my schedules. No, if you give them the value, they will be happy, they will continue to work with you. This is what I believe in my team.
Yeah. I think knowing these strategies are very important when you are coming into business, because working with a team, working with people is the most important thing. Okay, with this, okay, so finally, if you could give one piece of advice to the youngsters before ending our discussion. What is the most important advice that you need to give to the young entrepreneurs?
I must say now, as a Sri Lankan, we are blessed to be here. We have every resource to be successful. So, if you do the best to this very moment, that will pave the way towards success. This very moment means, because this moment will not come back in your life ever again. So, if you do the best to this moment, it will be the stage for your success in the future. So, every second when you do the best, you will be successful. Don't give up.
Exactly.
Consistency has to be there. Work hard, and also irrespective of the things that others say about you, you talk big about you, believe in you, have confidence and move forward. That's more than enough.
Okay, as we spoke about this also, I would like to ask one more question from you. When youngsters get into business, we see that they accept that their success would come overnight. So entrepreneurs has to have this patience, to not give up. We'll talk more about this. What are the advices that you can give to an entrepreneur, and also what do you think that entrepreneurs should develop through their self to be success?
Yeah, now you said you should not expect success overnight. That's very true. You have to be patient. But in the same time, in some businesses, maybe within 10 days, 20 days, they make a lot of money. So, it depends the way how we move forward, but generally yes, you have to be patient, you have to work hard, that has to be there. I can see lot of young entrepreneurs coming up these days. That is because they use technology to get into business, and they use lot of smart things. So, we can't undermine their talent. They are extremely talented, maybe more talented than our generations. But what they need to do is, they should respect their elders, respect the society, be little patient until they get into the correct position. But when it comes to their talents and all other things, they are very smart, they are really blessed with that. But they have to be little respectful towards the society and be patient.
Also with that, if we talk about, we have seen that when entrepreneurs are starting their businesses, the point that they struggle mostly is sometimes the financial issues. They need to get a proper financial support to start their own business. So, this is a place that where Sri Lankan entrepreneurs struggle when they start a business. What's the solution you see for this?
Now, unlike earlier, if you have a issue with the working capital or the investment, these days you can make a proposal and find investors, if the proposal is really feasible. But the problem is, if your business or the thing that you are going to do is not commercially viable, no one will help you, even a bank. So, first you need to understand whether your proposal is commercially viable, whether it can make money. Then only banks will come forward, then only you can find at least 1 or 2 investors to come and work with you. So, if that is there, I don't think that will be a very big challenge for you to find money. But in the same time, if you don't have lot of money, with the little money even you can start a business. Now, as example, we'll say if you need 2 million to buy machinery, and to buy a land, to build a factory. Likewise, you can start with a small sum by getting to a rented out place, maybe machinery, you borrow from somebody on lease or hire machinery. So, likewise there are options to reduce the initial investment that is required, but it is not practical in every business, but as young entrepreneurs they have options to start low and to move little by little upwards, because in every business there is a risk involved.
Exactly. So, with that, if I ask, what do you think that the best path is for an entrepreneur to start their, okay, with that, if I do ask, what do have the most space in the current situation for someone to start their business? What is the field that you see that has the most accuracy in succeeding the business?
It's a little bit difficult to answer, I must say, but you can see tourism is day by day developing. IT is also developing day by day. Lot of opportunities are there. AI field, you have lot of opportunities. So likewise, you can evaluate and see which area that has lot of returns when you invest. But it doesn't mean that you have to restrict yourself into one area. Maybe you invest little bit or you start a little business. Apart from that, you can have another thing while the first business is going on. You can have another business. As example, like while I was doing A-levels, I started selling shopping bags. I didn't get a lot of profits, but I understood the basics of business. You buy shopping bags from a company at a particular price, keep a margin and go and sell it. Then those retail shops become your customers. Then they ask credit. Some people they buy on outright cash. Then you reduce the price for them. People who ask for credit, you give a little higher price. So likewise, you learn a lot. Exactly. While doing that, I did another job. So if this is not become successful, I have another thing. So you can create so many things to be successful, because you never know which one will take you up. So life is that. Life is a miracle. Life is lovely if you take it in a positive way.
Okay, with this, I would ask, where do you see 𝗙𝗙𝗪𝗪 in the next 5 years?
Well, in Sri Lanka, of course, I want 𝗙𝗙𝗪𝗪 to be, right now we are within first 4. At least I want 𝗙𝗙𝗪𝗪 to be within first 3 in Sri Lanka in beverage industry. Apart from that, I want 𝗙𝗙𝗪𝗪 to do lot of exports. These days we are working with a few countries, because our country needs lot of foreign exchange. Everyone should try and sell something out of our country, because we have lot of resources. So 𝗙𝗙𝗪𝗪 is also doing lot of projects to do exports in the near future. Right now we are doing little bit of exports, but maybe within next 5 years we'll be in a good situation with exports. Yes.
Exactly. So would like to wish you all the very best to succeed your journey. So thank you very much for joining with us for today's program. With this, I would like to conclude the program for today, and once again wish you all the very best to succeed all your goals in life. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much also inviting me for this program. I thank you and the team here, and also your management for inviting me on behalf of 𝗙𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗪 Beverages. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So with this, we conclude today's episode of Modern Talk. Hope to see you next with a new episode of Modern Talk. Have a good day.